You are sitting across from her at dinner. She is beautiful. She is laughing at your jokes. She is touching your arm. And you are terrified. Not because she is dangerous, because you cannot tell if she is real. You have been here before. The chemistry was perfect. The connection felt rare. Then came the betrayal. Now you are dating after betrayal, and every interaction feels like a minefield. You do not trust your own judgment. You do not trust your own desire. Here is what happens to good men. You suffer from the halo effect. Because she is attractive, your brain automatically assumes she is good. You project virtues onto her that she has not earned. You fill in the blanks of her character with your own hope. You need a system, not a 90-day probation. That is too long. By day 90, you are already emotionally invested. You are already making excuses for red flags. You need to know in 2 weeks, 14 days, before you waste your time, before you waste your money, before you waste your healing. I coach men through this exact transition. I am going to give you the 2-week vetting protocol. This is how you filter out disloyal women before they get access to your infrastructure. This is how you read character in 12 interactions or less. If you are ready to stop guessing and start assessing, stay locked in. The fatal error. Most men vet backwards. They look for green lights. They look for signs she likes them, signs she is fun. That is how you get played. You do not look for green lights. You look for the absence of red flags under pressure. Character is revealed in the first 14 days, not in the good moments, in the inconvenient ones. The 2-week protocol has 3 phases: disruption, reciprocity, conflict. Miss any phase and you are flying blind. Days 1 to 3, the disruption test. You need to disrupt the pattern early. Women who are performers hate disruption. Women who are genuine adapt to it. Here is the test. Change the plan. You told her dinner at 7. Text her at 5. Something came up. Can we do coffee at 4 instead? Or are you free tomorrow? Watch her reaction. Does she accommodate with grace? Does she express mild disappointment but flexibility? That is secure attachment. Or does she punish you? Cold tone, guilt trips. Wow, I guess I'm not a priority. That is entitlement. That is the preview of how she handles your boundaries. If she cannot handle a minor schedule shift in week 1, she will implode when you set real boundaries in month 6. Second disruption. Observe how she treats service staff. Not when everything is perfect, when something is wrong. The coffee is cold, the Uber is late. Does she become cruel to the waiter? Does she become helpless and demand you fix it? Or does she solve it without drama? How she treats people who cannot help her career tells you everything about her character. Days 4 to 7, the reciprocity audit. Now you test investment, not money, attention and effort. You initiate 3 times in a row, plan the dates, pay for the meals, drive the conversation, then stop. Day 4, you go quiet. You respond to her texts, but you do not initiate. You do not plan the next meeting. You wait. Does she reach out? Does she suggest the next date? Does she invest any mental energy into seeing you again? Or does she disappear? Does she wait for you to chase? Does she post on social media hoping you will see it and react? If she does not initiate within 48 hours, you have your answer. She was auditioning for the role of chosen one. She was not choosing you. A woman who is genuinely interested invests resources. A woman who is gaming you invests only enough to keep you pursuing. Here is where you ask the first innocent questions. Question 1. Tell me about your longest friendship. Why did it last? Listen for the pronouns. Does she say, "we endured hard times," or does she say, "I tolerated them"? Does she take any ownership for the longevity, or is she always the victim of other people's failures? If every friendship ended because the other person was toxic, she's the common denominator. Question 2. What is the last thing you worked really hard for that failed? You are looking for emotional regulation. Can she discuss failure without bitterness? Can she admit fault without collapsing? If she has never failed, she is either lying or sheltered. Both are red flags. Days 8 to 11. The social probe. You need to see her in her environment, not the dating persona, the real person. Invite her to a low-stakes group activity. Your friends are playing pool. You're going to a casual barbecue. Watch how she enters the room. Does she try to monopolize your attention? Does she become jealous if you talk to other women, even friends? Or does she integrate? Does she ask questions of others? Now ask question 3. How did your parents handle disagreement? Listen for her conflict template. If she says they never fought, she has no model for healthy conflict. She will either explode or stonewall when tension arises. If she says, Dad always gave in to keep the peace, she expects submission, not partnership. Question 4. Have you ever had to end a friendship? Why? Listen for empathy. Even when ending things, does she acknowledge the other person's humanity? Or is it always, they were crazy, they were toxic, they were evil? If she burns bridges with zero ash, she will burn yours too. Days 12 to 14, the conflict test. This is the most important phase. You must create microtension. Disagree with her, not performatively. Find something you genuinely see differently. I actually think that movie was poorly written. The cinematography was great, but the plot had holes. If she agrees immediately, she is a chameleon. She is performing compatibility. If she attacks your taste, she is rigid. She cannot handle difference. If she explains her view while respecting yours, she has differentiation. That's maturity. Now ask question 5. What would make you walk away from a relationship? If her answer is cheating or abuse, that's baseline. Everyone says that. If her answer is disrespect or incompatibility, ask what those words mean to her. Does she define disrespect as not getting what I want or as actual violation of boundaries? Question 6. Do you think people can change? If she says no, she will hold your past mistakes against you forever. If she says yes easily, she lacks discernment. You want people can change, but patterns are predictive. Question 7. What are you looking for that you haven't found yet? This reveals her gaps. If she says someone who accepts me completely, she has no self-work. If she says a partner who challenges me to grow, she has capacity for evolution. The emotional blind spot. Let's pause here, because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what if she fails one test but she's just having a bad day? This is your emotional blind spot. This is the voice of your trauma trying to make excuses for mediocrity so you don't have to be alone again. Listen to me carefully. In the first 2 weeks, a person is on their absolute best behavior. They are presenting the polished cinematic trailer of who they are. If you see cracks in the trailer, imagine how broken the full movie is. If she is rude to a waiter on day 3, that's her best behavior. If she flakes on day 5 and blames traffic, that's her best behavior. Men who get betrayed don't get betrayed because they are stupid. They get betrayed because they ignore day 3 behaviors on day 90. They hope the person will revert to the trailer. They never do. The baseline is the real person. The performance is the lie. The decision. Day 14. You sit with your notes, not your feelings, your observations. Did she pass the disruption test? Did she invest in the reciprocity audit? Did she show emotional regulation in the conflict test? If you have doubt, you have your answer. Doubt is data. You do not need another 2 weeks to get clarity. You need the courage to act on the clarity you already have. Most men fail here. They see the red flag, but the chemistry is strong, so they extend the trial. They give her time to show her good side. The good side was the performance. The 2 weeks revealed the baseline. If she failed, you walk. You thank her for the time. You do not explain the protocol. You simply exit. Your abundance infrastructure allows this. You are not desperate. You are selecting. Comment below 2 weeks if you are done extending probation for women who have not earned it. The next video is critical. It covers when she fails the vetting protocol, but you are already attached. How to detach without drama. How to exit with your dignity and your infrastructure intact. Click it now. Do not text her to give her another chance. Do not rationalize the red flags you saw. Trust the protocol. Trust yourself. Bulletproof.